Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am like kind of getting ready for work, but I'm going to film a couple other things. So my hair I'm not going to do because I just throw it up in a bun for work, so excuse that. And I do have all my face makeup on except for my eyeshadow because we are going to be talking about something today that I am so excited. The Vice 4 palette. Okay, so this came, it took a little longer than everything else just because it was ordered from urbandecay.com. I am not positive. I think it's, no, I think I've seen it on Sephora. I think you can get it everywhere now, but when it first came out, it was released on urbandecay.com, and I did get it from there. And then a couple, an eyeliner sample came with it, black velvet. I primed my eyes with the eyeshadow primer, the anti-aging one, just a sample thing that I have. Trying really hard to work through some of my samples. And excuse my voice if it like kind of cracks, it's still going in and out a little bit, but I shall be on the mend soon. So back looks like that. There are 20 shadows in here. There's brights, smokies, neutrals, gorgeous mattes in here, and it says oh, and they included it in another bag this year. I don't know, for those of you who had the Vice 3, it came in a bag. This year they do have a bag too. The bag looks more of like the oil slick to me than the top of it does, but I see where they're going with it. And it says Beauty with an Edge, Urban Decay. And then you open it up, and here it is. So it has that oil slick, but it's really pretty. It's kind of like a cracked spider kind of like metallicness that's on top of like a matte black underneath. So this is actually like a covering over a matte black. So it looks like that. It has the Vice down here, matte black on the back of it. Really, really pretty. I love how like the writing is all in purple, the stickers in purple. Really, really pretty. So let's open her up and see. So like all the other Vice palettes, really good size mirror, so that's nice. And then it does come with a double-ended brush. Sometimes these brushes are hit and miss. The Smoky palette had a really good brush. This looks like their normal one that comes in a lot of their palettes. So just a nice double-ended brush. And here it is. And see. So that is what it looks like. All the beauty and glory. It does have quite a few like pops of fun color, but it definitely has, to me, a lot more of the jewel tone colors. Like, I just see more of like the emerald, the brown, a couple neutral nudes over here, a couple cool tone browns and purples over here. So I just kind of, the jewel tones kind of pop a little bit more to me this time than necessarily like a lot of the bright colors or something. So I am going to go through and swatch these for you. Yeah, so let's just start. I'm going to go up and down instead of across because there's 4 and it's easy to show 4 on my finger. So we are going to start right here with this row. They feel very soft and buttery. So here are the 4 for you. This is Bones, Framed, Discreet, and Bitter. And I really like that bitter color. I'm really into lately like kind of more like an orangey brown transition color. I just think it looks really nice. So let me swatch these for you. There they are. Very, very pretty. So the Discreet is, okay, so Framed, Discreet, and Bitter, all 3 of these right here, sorry, 1, 2, 3, are mattes. And they're very, very creamy. Bones has just a beautiful like sheen, shimmer to it, no glitter or anything. And this bitter, this brownie orange color is so pretty. I really like that. Discreet is kind of its name. It's discreet. You can barely see it on my hand. It's just a very light gray color. And then framed, I think, is going to be a beautiful, like, all over the lid color, underneath some color. It has, so it looks matte in the pan, but it has just this like little bit of sheen to it. So it's not completely matte. There's just a little bit of sheen to it. I don't know, I think the camera's picking it up. But it's just a little bit of sheen, but it's not like satin, and it's not like glittery or anything. It just looks like a nice like sheen kind of color. Does that make sense? I hope that does. I feel like I've said that a lot out of a lot of palettes lately. Alright, moving on. We are going to go into the second row, which is this row right here with that really pretty green. Okay, let me show you first before I show you. So right here is where we are. This one, this is flamed. Definitely like a ton of glitter chunks pressed into an eyeshadow. So you can feel those glitters in there. You can feel that kind of roughness to it. But some of these, like I said in my last video, a lot of Urban Decay shadows, you'll find those ones that are that chunky glitter. But sometimes they end up being my favorites. And then this Fastball is a little bit drier. Same kind of, not the same kind of thing where it has a bunch of glitter, but it just feels a little drier and not as smooth. But it looks stunning. Like, these three, I think, are going to be my favorites, because they just are the beautifulest colors. Okay, so this is Grip, Fastball, Grasshopper, and Flame. So pretty. So this is the one that's like a little rougher, a little chalkier feeling. This is the one that has a lot of glitter pigment that you can feel. Okay, so Grip right here is more of that color where it has a gray to it that you don't really see, but it just has a bunch of purple little glitter shimmers. So I don't know, I hope it's picking up on camera, but can you just see the glitter has just a really slight gray tone, and then just a bunch of little like beautiful like Cinderella shimmers that come out. And then Fastball is beautiful. This has it's like a pinky peach, but it has like a purpley undertone dual chrome to it. Really, really pretty. And then Grasshopper is stunning. I mean, look at that jewel tone green. It's just, it's not like a total emerald. It's really bright and vibrant, and it has such a beautiful duochrome to it. Stunning. This was the one I said was a little bit more chunky glitter, and of course, like I said, I think it was going to be my favorite, and I think it is. This is Flame, and it is so pretty. I'm going to get really close and hope that it picks it up. So it is like a peachy pink copper. It picks up a little bit of copper look to it, a little bit of orange, a little bit of pink. It's just, it's so pretty. It's like an orangey pink. Really, really pretty. So that is the second row. Okay, now we're going to go into the third row, which is this row right here. Kind of more of your, I don't want to say smoky, because there's a couple brights in here. Let's just do it. Stop talking. This 1985 purple pink, like fuchsia, oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so again, two of these two right here, have a little bit more of that chunky glitter feel, especially Low. Low is a lot like Flame, where it just feels like it's a bunch of glitter with a little bit of pigment pressed into an eyeshadow. Sorry, my eye's watering. And so you just get that little bit of chunkiness. And 1985 is a little bit more dry, like Fastball. So let me get up really close. So do you see all those glitter chunks on there? And a little bit of the dry on there? Still really, really gorgeous. This is Deadbeat, 1985, C Note, and Low is the pinky. Can you ever move your pinky without moving your ring finger a little bit? Oh, it's so funny. I'll show you on my hand. Oh, those are so pretty. So you see a little bit of those chunks of dryness on 1985. I'm sure once on the eye those will go away, but it's just a little bit drier, but it's so gorgeous. It's like a pinky purple fuchsia, but it has a really pretty duochrome in it. It reminds me a lot of one of the colors in the other Urban Decay Spectrum eyeshadow palette that I just reviewed. Super, super pretty. Okay, so I made these a little bit better. And then this C Note is really pretty. It's like a peacock teal color. And then that Low, like I said, it has a brownish gray tone to it, but just lots and lots of glitter. And then Deadbeat is like a charcoal color, but it has a lot of purple little micro glitters in there so that you just pick up on the light but you don't feel them. I am excited to put some of these on my eye. Okay, next we're going to go to row 4 right here. A little bit more of those jewel tones again. Really, really pretty and exciting. Okay, again, there is a chunky glitter in here. Crazy, crazy. Okay, so these three are your super pressed chunky glitters that they've put into an eyeshadow, and you've seen them in a lot of Urban Decay palettes. There's usually always at least one, but they are definitely that chunky glitter. So I'm going to show you up close. So do you see the chunks that are on this finger? The one that's right above it is kind of like a glitter too, but it's not as chunky. So crazy, crazy, crazy. At least they kept them all in the same rows, I guess. Okay, so this is Beat Down, Underhand, Arctic, and Crowbar. This Arctic, wait, no, Underhand is beautiful. The Arctic is too, but Underhand is gorgeous as well. So let me show you. There they are. And let me swatch them like a little bigger so that you can see. I mean, my swatches are okay, but I like when it takes up the full hand so you can really see. Okay, so a favorite of mine already, this Beat Down. It's this bluish purple duochrome. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's picking up really like a purpley blue. Like, it's really purpley, but it has a really like blue duochrome to it. And then Underhand is beautiful. It's like a perfect purple, like plum mauve. It has some purple duochrome to it, but there's a lot of mauve in there. That'll look really, really pretty this fall. This Arctic, of course, is stunningly gorgeous. And then this Crowbar is a really nice army green with a lot of gold shimmer glitter to it, and it's so pretty. Like, I think that's gonna look really, really pretty. That Arctic one is just so pretty too. It's just such a beautiful, like, oceany green. Really pretty. Okay, last row in the bunch is this row. To me, this is more of like a cool tone smoky eye if you go with this row. And there is another matte, and it's this corner one. It's called Delete. So there's a total of 4 mattes in here, but all of them I think are really good transition colors except Discreet. Discreet to me is so gray that I don't know where it would show up unless you wanted to put it down first to kind of give a brightening effect before you put some of these jewel tones on. That might be really nice. Okay, so not too many bad ones in there. The first one's a little chunky glittery, kind of like the ones that are on the bottom, but not as bad. Okay, so this is Pandano, Pandemonium. Sorry, I don't know why that was so hard for me. This is Pandemonium, Harlot, Robbery, and Delete. And Delete is that matte. I think you could get like a really cool, like smoky, like blue tone smoky eye with this. I mean, there's definitely, these are purples, but they just have that, you know, like that bluish undertone to them. Even the Delete is a very cool toned brown. So there's Delete, that's a cool toned brown. This is Robbery, and Robbery is so pretty. It's like a perfect, Robbery is like a perfect taupe color. I like Robbery a lot. It looks really similar to my fingernail polish. And then Harlot is really pretty. It's like a beautiful dual chrome lilac. And then Pandemonium, which I'm having such a hard time saying, is a very like eggplant purple, but it has just this like smokiness to it, and there's a little bit of green, blue, pink, silver glitter inside of it. So really, really pretty. Okay, so let's do the eye look, and then I'll let you know my final thoughts on whether or not I think that this is a must this holiday season with everything that's coming out. And by the way, if you can hear the fan, I know, I'm sorry, but it's hot in here. It's so hot in here. Okay, I'm going to go into Framed, which is this light, how do I want to say that? It's like a light, peachy, almost tan color. So we're going to take that into the crease. Like I said, I did prime my eyes with the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer, eyeshadow primer. A little powdery, so tap off your brush. And powdery doesn't always mean bad, you guys. It just means that sometimes it could be bad, but sometimes it's just the quality is so buttery soft that it just creates a dusty powder because it's so soft. So you really just have to keep that in mind, that when someone says powdery, it doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad thing. And then I am going to go in with Discreet, that really light gray color all over my eyelid to just kind of give it a base for some color. Put down a little bit of a base. This really is so light that it really has a perfect name for itself. Discreet is definitely discreet. Discreet. Like you can barely see it on my eye. Okay, and then I'm going to go in a little bit with Delete and also use it on my crease, because that Framed, I would say, is a little bit more of a brow bone highlight than a crease transition. This Delete is a little bit more brown than I would usually use, so I'm trying to go really lightly handed with it just to put some color down, and then I'm going to blend that out. Okay, so actually I think I am going to go like a little bit more fall this time than a little bit more color. So I am going to go back into Delete, that really dark chocolatey brown right here, and kind of put a little bit more of that than I thought on the outer corner and bring it into the crease. So I think we're going to do a little bit more of like a fall, because I really want to use this grasshopper green. It's just calling my name. Usually the blues and purples call my name. Today the green is calling my name. So we're just going to go into that. So I'm not sure that I'm loving this eyeshadow primer. I feel like it's too sticky almost. Like I feel like it's, I can't tell if it's the eyeshadows are hard to blend or it's because the shadow base is so sticky. Like my eyes just feel sticky. Sorry, kick the camera. Okay, so I'm gonna go out and blend this, obviously. Okay, now we're gonna go in with that green, and I'm gonna take this E25, it's a blending brush, but we're gonna kind of lay the color down and blend it out. And then I'm gonna use this one that it came with and kind of lay a little bit of that grasshopper down as well. Sorry, let me show you grasshopper. Grasshopper is right here. Just that really pretty, like, bright emerald green color. I've been wanting to do a green smoky eye this fall because I've been seeing so many people do it, and I just think it looks so pretty, and it just so, like, gets you ready for fall, you know? And I think for this it would be a perfect color too, to just kind of test out the colors. So I'm going to put a little bit of orange in the corner, and we're going to try to use as many colors as tastefully as we can. Okay, so we got our color down. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend it out a little bit with that crease. Or this flame, because it's just so pretty. It has that nice like duochrome peachy pink, so I think I'm going to use a little bit of flame in the corner. And kind of just blend it just ever so slightly in the inner, like, very, very beginning thirds of your eye. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with a little bit of that framed, which is that light bone kind of color, like peachy bone. What is that? You know, it actually looks so much like creme brulee from Wet n Wild. Looks just like that now that I remember. I'm just going to blend the top out a little bit and into the brow bone. So the fallout's not too bad. I mean, the green gets a little bit, that fireball definitely a little bit, just because it has that chunkier glitter. And of course, like a dum-dum, I did do my concealer already. I'm gonna go do eyeliner, touch up my concealer, and mascara, and I shall be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look. What do you think? Do you like it? Let me bring you in just a tidbit closer so that you can see without getting too scarred. So here are the eyes. Okay, so I really like the green. I think it looks so pretty. It like catches the light. I think it's a really nice, like, smoky eye, like, pretty, like, do your thing. So I used several colors in here to try to, you know, give my best opinion that I can of the palette. So I did use all four of the matte shades, 3 of them here, 1 of them here, and then I also used Flame in the first, like, very corner. Grasshopper is all over the eyelid. Delete and Framed is in the crease, and Discreet is under the green. Grasshopper. And okay, so what I did was off camera, I put Delete here, Grasshopper blended throughout the bottom, and then I kind of just stopped right where I have the Flame. And then I put on Kat Von D's Eyegasm, which ended up being just a little bit too blue of a green. So then I went over it with Jane's eyeliner in Kelly Green, and this was a perfect, like, kind of match to the eyes. And then on top I have my Lorac Front of the Line Pro liquid liner, and I have my Jordana's Besh Lash Extreme Besh, really? Best Lash Extreme eyeliner, and then for my lipstick I had the oil on first while I was getting ready from YSL. This is Volupte Tint Oil in number 6, I think. It's the one that's kind of like a peachy pink tone. And then I put syrup on top of that. And that is it. So my thoughts on this palette is I think it has some really, really beautiful standout colors. Like the flame one is a standout to me. This peachy pink one, Fastball, because of the way it hits the light, that duochrome really stands out to me. 1985 is gorgeous. Arctic, Grasshopper, Sea Note. This Crowbars are really pretty, like army green. Beatdowns are really pretty, like shimmery purple blue. Really, really pretty. Oh, and Harlot. This taupe color is stunning. I can't wait to do an eye look with that taupe color. But I think it's a really nice palette. Let's see. Do you need it in your life? And then another thing that's kind of weird is I'm having these it's kind of like glue on the side of the shadows that's like sticking out, and it's sticking to the shadow. It's really weird. I found 2 spots like that so far. So that's kind of random, but whatever. There's 4 mattes in here. They're great transition colors. There's not really a mid-tone one. So there's either the orangey brown one, or kind of like orangey brick, the 2 that are really light, like brow bone colors, or the darker one. So there's not really a good, like, neutral transition color in here, in my opinion. But it's so pretty. This row, though, I'm kind of shocked that this row was in here. So you have your very neutrals here, a little bit of color, more jewel toned and smoky, and then you get kind of like to the very cool smoky. So it's kind of interesting. This palette to me has a little bit of everything for everybody, actually. I think there's fun pops of color, pops of shimmer, neutral, like smoky, kind of grayish blue tone colors in there. So I think there's a little bit of everything in here. It's not a fail for me at all. I like it. I like the eye look that I created. I think this Grasshopper color is so pretty. Like, it's just stunningly pretty. But do you need it? I don't know. It's so hard, you guys. Like, okay, so I love palettes in general. Eyeshadow palettes, blush palettes in general I love, because I think you get so much bang for your buck. You get so much more for the money. I love having variety. I love having all that kind of stuff. But it is hard for me to say no to a palette. So I'm not exactly your best judge person to tell you, you need this in your life, or you don't need this in your life. But I love the look I created with it. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. So I'm excited to have it. This is 60... Is it 60 or 65? It's one of those. It's either 60 or 65. I'll put the price somewhere around here. I'm sorry, I already forgot. There's been so many holiday palettes I've purchased, I can't keep it straight. But I love this. I don't think this is a must in your collection, but if you are an Urban Decay lover and you are like a holiday lover too of all things palettes that are limited edition, because this is limited edition. This is not going to be out around forever. So if you are kind of person that cannot live without limited edition things, or you love Urban Decay and you collect all the Vice palettes, I would say get this. But I don't think that this is one of my favorites. I don't think this is one of my favorites that they've made. I hope that helps. But I don't dislike it either. So that is my review of that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe down below for more eye looks and reviews and fun shenanigans. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.